there's two key components here during the backswing that help with solid contact during the downswing. I need to have my left shoulder go down and in from the face-on camera to be able to stay centered during my backswing. So if I were to make a motion here and I have my left shoulder go down and in and under the chin and we look from face on, what that enables me to do is stay centered over the golf ball. All right guys, before we dive into today's video, I want to let you know about our Labor Day live view special. If you watch any of our videos, you know that I think feedback is the most important thing that you need to actually improve your swing and improve your golf game, specifically simultaneous video feedback, which is exactly what live view gives you. Now, for our Labor Day special, running from today through September 12th at midnight, you're gonna get 20% off. You get a bunch of things. One of them is 20% off. That's $129 off. You get free shipping. You have a 365-day money-back guarantee. I said 365-day money-back guarantee. That means you get to try it for a whole year to test drive it and see if you like it. If you don't, for any reason, you just send it back. We'll send you your money back, but I know you're gonna love it. And this offer is exclusive to just us, just our audience, our members. And with that, we're gonna add on a bonus, 4 of our best master classes. Our full swing range master class, our putting master class, our chipping master class, and wedge and short iron master class. These are the practice plans I've been developing for the past 15 to 20 years that we would charge hundreds of dollars for. We're giving them to you as an added bonus just for trying this. So we'll put the link on the screen here. We're gonna put the link in the description down below. If you are serious about improving your swing, I'm telling you this live view is really, really gonna help you. And I believe that's true. I want you to take advantage of this offer. I'll put that link down below. All right, guys, in today's video, I wanna share a mantra with you that's gonna help you really hit the ball consistently solid. And what that mantra is during the backswing, getting your left shoulder to go down, in, and under your chin. Now, let me explain why that's so important and how you can do that. So when we look at good ball strikers, right, I've got an 8-iron here. Let's say any club where I'm hitting the ball off of the ground. How I make my body move during my backswing is really going to be the leading indicator of my ability to create good downswing movements to hit the ball solid. So how does left shoulder going down and in and under the chin play into this? Well, it does 2 really important things for us during the backswing. Number 1, from face on, I need to have my left shoulder go down. And when I say down, I mean down towards the ground. And when I say in, I really mean back away from the target. And if I combine those motions, down and back, that lead shoulder during my backswing ends up about underneath my chin. Now, as mentioned, there's 2 key components here during the backswing that help with solid contact during the downswing. I need to have my left shoulder go down and in from the face-on camera to be able to stay centered during my backswing. So if I were to make a motion here and I have my left shoulder go down and in and under the chin and we look from face on, what that enables me to do is stay centered over the golf ball. And when I say stay centered from face on and we look at solidness of contact, the simple version of that would be from here, if I drew a circle around my head, I want to be able to make a backswing and keep my head in that circle, right? If I'm trying to hit the ball first and the ground second, my left shoulder goes down and in and under the chin. And that allows my head to stay in the circle or for me to stay centered during the backswing. Now, for solid contact, why does that make sense? Well, imagine when I'm trying to hit this golf ball with an iron, what do we want to have happen? We want to have the club head hit the ball first and the ground second. Now, where my torso is in space is going to influence where I hit the ground. I want to have my torso stay pretty much right over the golf ball. You know, my shirt button's relatively right over my belt buckle during my backswing so that I can shift forward on the way down and move my low point more forward. Now, what if I make a backswing where my left shoulder doesn't go down and in and under my chin? What if it goes up, right? Or it goes this way? Watch from face on. If I do the bad version, my left shoulder goes high. Which way does my head go? My head goes to the right. My head goes off the target during the backswing. Notice how now that puts my centers behind the golf ball, which is going to increase the odds of fat and thin contact. So the left shoulder staying down and working down and in allows me to stay centered during the backswing. Left shoulder down, in, and under the chin. Let's do the same thing. Keep my head in the circle that I'm starting with. And that allows me, with that, to move a little bit forward on the way down and hit it solid. Now, the second part, that the left shoulder going down and in and under the chin, you can just give yourself a little mantra like that when you're playing. The second thing it does is from the down the line camera. When we look at good ball strikers, if we look at, like, let's say a spine angle, or you drew a line up their back line at setup, what would you see them do? Do you see that angle change a lot throughout the swing? Are they lifting up and lowering a ton? Not really, right? You draw the line up my back line, or if we use any good model, we would see they would maintain that same inclination to the ground. Their rib cage, chest, shoulder, torso stays the same distance it started on the way back and on the way down. Now, for solid contact, it's most important that you stay the same distance from the ground during the downswing. But what you do on the way back influences that for sure, right? If I make a backswing and my shoulder doesn't go down and in under the chin, and you have the normal fall of the left shoulder going high, what happens to my body motions? Do I stay the same distance from the ground? Do I get closer or do I get farther? I get farther. Now, from here, could I fix that in transition? You could, but why have to do that, right? Let's just maintain the same angle. So from face on, that lead shoulder working down and under the chin keeps me centered. That helps with my low point more forward. And from the down the line angle, left shoulder down and under the chin keeps my inclination to the ground, or my body the same distance from the ground. Why is that important? Well, again, if I'm hitting the ball here, we have this radius length, right? From my body or my shoulder to the club head. As I'm going up and down, that changes my arc height, right? So the height that the club head swings relative to the ground for fats and thins. So from face on, staying centered is important to move the low point forward. From down the line, it's important to keep that inclination for the arc height. When you combine those two together, good low point in front of the golf ball, good arc height, right, the same height as the golf ball, there's our solid contact. So left shoulder down and in and under the chin. And that's my mantra, left shoulder down, in, under the chin. And as I'm doing this, how much does the shoulder go down, in, and under my chin? And we'll show some models here as we're hitting. If you think about your setup position, my lead shoulder's over here, kind of by my left ankle. I want to get it to the point where it's under my chin or just past my chin. That's how far back it goes. And in terms of how far down it goes, really what we're looking to do is, if I drew a line up my back at setup, you really want to replace the amount of forward bend you have with side bend. So the shoulders turn, roughly 90 degrees, let's say, to where I started with. Down, in, and under the chin. Let's go ahead and do one more like that. And as I do that motion, that's the amount that I would do. How far back is under or just past my chin? How far down is about 90 to my back line? And then there's a timing element, right? When do I do this? Do I start right away? Do I do it a little bit later? And the answer is you do it progressively the whole time. As soon as the club starts going back, your lead shoulder starts going down, in, and under the chin. And if what I said from the down the line angle, down and under the chin, so I'm feeling like my left shoulder gets closer to my left hip. There's a little bit of a side crunch as I'm doing that motion. Left shoulder down, in, under the chin. And the reality of this as I'm hitting, obviously we're talking lead side, right, is I could feel my trail shoulder. If my left shoulder goes down, in, under the chin, my trail shoulder should do the opposite. So what's the opposite? My left shoulder goes down and in. That means my right shoulder should go what? Up and back, or up and towards the target. Left shoulder goes down and away. My right shoulder goes up and towards it. So as this left shoulder is getting closer to the left hip to keep my head in the circle, to keep my inclination from the ground, my right side is lengthening out, right? My right shoulder is getting farther from my right hip, a different way to feel the same thing. I actually don't mind that feel as well. So left shoulder down, in, under the chin, right shoulder up and back. And that's going to put my body motion in a position where I don't have as much to make up for, right? And I played golf a long time where I used to go very level with the shoulders, up and back like this. My head would work off, away from the target too much. I would lose my inclination to the ground, and you can make it work, but man, it's a lot more difficult. So those are really the two keys. That's the mantra that I want you to have. Left shoulder down and under the chin. You do this with all clubs. You do it progressively throughout the backswing. That's going to help you build a swing that leads to consistent contact. If you guys have any issues with the left shoulder going down and under the chin, want us to check out your swing, you go to cogornogolf.com/free trial. You still get your first lesson free. We'd love to help you there. If you have any questions, Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the video. Click that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys for watching.